The second season of Squid Game became a real event, and one of the most discussed characters was the player number 230, known as Thanos. His bright and eccentric image, as well as unusual behavior, brought freshness to the series because he clearly does not fit into the general concept, where the players are fighting for survival. Thanos, even in the most tense moments, continues to have fun and enjoy life, which can be cut short at any moment. At first glance, Thanos may seem like a simple character, but there is much more behind his image. It's important to realize that most of the time we see him in a state far from sobriety, as he's using the drugs hidden in his chest cross as early as the first game. I would categorize 230 into three different entities: the rapper Thanos, the stoned rapper, and a man named Choi Subong, who hides behind these masks and has his own emotions. Choi's true self is rarely shown, such as when he reacts fearfully to killing another player. It is Choi who is afraid, whereas Thanos does not allow himself such feelings. Despite the dire situation, 230 shows more composure than others, such as the panic-inducing woman. In his first appearance among strangers, he immediately turns on the image of a cool rapper, showing his uniqueness even in his shoes. In this character, Thanos is aggressive and straightforward, which is seen in his interaction with player 333. We learn that the rapper lost money by investing in a cryptocurrency promoted by Lee Myung-gi, and to maintain his image, he finds a partner who is also invested in this cryptocurrency, but does not really appreciate him. 230 realizes the true nature of his partner and doesn't let him boss the other players around. Perhaps he really wanted a normal team relationship, or perhaps he just wanted to maintain control. In my opinion, Thanos deliberately surrounded himself with weak-willed people so that they could be easily manipulated. He created around himself the so-called Thanos world, which consists of people obviously weaker than Thanos. But as it seems to me, the personality of the rapper Thanos can look cool only in his own created world, when a clash with the player number 1, he completely loses control of the situation. To understand who is behind the image of Thanos, it is worth paying attention to actor Choi Sung-hyun, known as Top. He started his career in underground rap in 2003 and became popular in the group Big Bang. His life is full of scandals, including a drug arrest and trouble with the law, which attracted media attention. Korean viewers noticed that Thanos became a visualization of Top's image, collecting all the rumors and gossip about him. This character represents a typical rapper with colorful hair and freestyle. For Top's fans, Thanos was a pleasant surprise. However, it is emotionally difficult to stay in character under such extreme conditions, and Thanos takes drugs in the first game. This decision, though risky, helps him deal with his emotions. In tense moments, he tries to get away from his feelings, as seen when he smokes during the game with the recruiter, being the only player to do so. After his drug use, his third and most brutal personality is revealed: a stoned Thanos who is not afraid to push other players to their deaths. This despicable act is not repeated by any other character in Seasons 1 and 2. This personality has no fear, which is why after the first game he votes to continue the ordeal, being willing to even say goodbye to his life. At least that's what Thanos himself claims. His behavior became even more defiant, especially when dealing with Myung-hee. He was not afraid even of the number 1 player, who looked quite serious and focused. As a result, Thanos received a decent amount of punishment, and could have been eliminated from the game if not for the restraint of the number 1 player. Since then, Thanos had hardly ever been sober, mostly having fun and enjoying the other team's good fortunes. He avoided deep emotional distress, choosing random or unfamiliar people on his team who he could easily leave behind. While the other players were thinking about how best to divide the roles, Thanos did not hesitate to take a couple of players he knew, which seemed logical because in the next round, they could be combined into larger groups. However, when one of the players he pushed died, Thanos tried to shift the blame to his team. In the next round, he created a situation where 2 of his members had to decide for themselves who would go with him. Eventually, Thanos lost control, and after another confrontation with Myung-hee, a violent brawl broke out among the players, resulting in Thanos' death. Interestingly, this much-discussed character only appeared in 4 episodes. Watching a famous artist play his role and create an original image was really fascinating. Despite the fact that Thanos looked strange, he harmoniously fit into the world of the Squid Game and added diversity to the plot, although his journey was not long. But why did the creators introduce such a character? Thanos isn't just a madman, he's a living indictment of the system. While the organizers of the games pretend to be fair judges, he openly mocks their rules. While the rest of us believe in rationality, he demonstrates absurdity. When Thanos pushes the players to their deaths, he copies the logic of the games themselves. Faceless brutality for the sake of spectacle. His madness is a hyperbole of the system's madness. Even his death is ridiculous. He dies in a fight that he himself provoked. There is no heroic sacrifice, no catharsis, just a bloody grin. This ending fits his story perfectly. He died as a meme that became reality. Thanos could have been anything. A leader, a victim, a rebel, but he chose the role that ate him. His tragedy is not his death, but the fact that even before the end, he couldn't take off his mask. In a world where everything is a game, being real became more dangerous than pretending. Perhaps that's why he's so memorable. He's a crooked mirror that reflects all of us. A generation that replaces feelings with emoji, fear with irony, and ourselves with avatars. Thanos lost, but his image remains. As a reminder that even in a world of masks, you can choose not to hide. Or at least try. What do you think? Is Thanos a victim of the system or a product of it? Share your opinions in the comments. If the video hit a nerve, support it by liking and subscribing. And remember, the most dangerous game begins when we stop distinguishing ourselves from our masks.